Greetings. Today I will talk about the Proclamation of 1763 and its effect on the American colonists. Before getting started, I would encourage you to subscribe to the Mossy Feet Books YouTube channel for more great content. If you like my videos, please hit the like button. The more likes I get, the more YouTube will show it to other people, allowing me to grow the channel. I also entreat you to visit my website, www.mossyfeetbooks.com. There you will find sample chapters, podcasts, a slew of content, and links to where you can buy my books. While visiting the website, you can subscribe to it and receive email notifications of when I publish a new book or other content like this video and podcast. This episode is based on my book, A Day in United States History, Book 2. If you like what I am doing, please purchase a book, as it helps fund my work. 7 Years' War, known as the French and Indian War in North America, ended with the Treaty of Paris on February the 10th, 1763. The French, by virtue of the treaty, yielded the British vast stretches of land in North America and the Caribbean Sea. The French and Indian War, known internationally as the 7 Years' War, had begun with a French victory over an inexperienced 22-year-old George Washington in Pennsylvania on May the 28th, 1754, at the Battle of Jumonville Glen. It ended with the last North American battle, the Battle of Signal Hill in Nova Scotia on September the 15th, 1760. In the intervening years, the French had lost an empire. The Treaty of Paris, finalized on February the 10th, 1763, saw the end of French presence in North America and the beginning of British dominance. French possessions in North America and the Caribbean island included Canada, East and West Florida, Grenada. When the British occupied this territory, large populations of French citizens remained. French settlements stretched along the St. Lawrence River, the Great Lakes, and the Mississippi River to the Gulf of Mexico. These French citizens now found themselves under the control of their traditional rivals, the English. Hundreds of native tribes occupied the land known as the Ohio River Valley. Future states of Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, Illinois, Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana lay within the confines of this vast tract of land. Thousands of natives farmed, hunted, and lived in this expanse of land. Most were accustomed to dealing with the French and now found themselves dealing with new challenges. Britain found itself with millions of acres of new valuable lands. However, the war had stretched their British resources to the limit. The government bore a huge financial debt because of the war. Governing this new asset would provide fresh challenge for the government already pushed to its limits. The American colonists had made grave sacrifices fighting the war. Marauding French and Indian troops had destroyed villages, crops, and farms. Many had died in the attacks, and the war effort taxed the colonial assembly's finances as well. As a reward, the colonists expected that they would be allowed to settle in the new areas now free of French control. The war ended with the Treaty of Paris, leaving Britain with the new challenges. In an attempt to manage these challenges, King George III issued the Proclamation of 1763 on October the 7th. The proclamation established boundaries for four new English provinces: Quebec, Grenada, East Florida, and West Florida. It also established a line roughly along the Appalachian Mountains, west of which the British colonists were forbidden to settle. They could travel there to explore or trade with the natives, but not establish settlements. The treaty forbade private citizens or colonies from purchasing land from the natives, reserving the right to purchase lands to the crown. The proclamation also awarded land to the people that had served in the military. It granted them 5,000 acres to field officers, 2,000 acres to staff officers, 200 acres to non-commissioned officers, and 50 acres to the enlisted men. The proclamation effectively banned settlement in the new area west of the Appalachian Mountains. In spite of the fact that many colonists had already established villages there, many, like Daniel Boone, had explored the area and desired the lands. Many historians feel that the proclamation in part sparked the revolution 12 years later. However, later treaties with the Indians opened up areas for settlement. It is probable that it combined with many other resentments the colonists felt to trigger the later War of Independence. Written into this day and history format, each of the two books in this collection of North American colonial history events includes 366 history stories. The historical collection of tales includes many well-known as some little-known events in the saga of the United States. The easy-to-follow This Day in History format covers a wide range of people, places, and Events of Early American History. It is the first book in my series, 366 Days in History series. Each book includes 366 stories of American history. It is available with many of my other titles on gardening, Indiana places, and history, United States history, at the Raw Rubber Marketplace in downtown Batesville, Indiana. I hope you enjoyed this podcast, and thank you for listening.